Okay, hello, it's Mayo Chef, and today we're going to be making a selection of tapioca puddings. A basic one with cinnamon and sugar, a passion fruit one, and a chocolate one. Now for those who don't know, a tapioca pudding is a sweet mixture of tapioca pearls and a creamy sauce, generally made from milk or cream, and tapioca pearls have a chewy texture, and they're a starch made from the cassava root. These pearls are also the bubbles that you find in bubble tea. Unfortunately, as you can see from the ingredients list, instead of having tapioca pearls, we just have a bag of cassava flour. So it looks like we're going to have to make them ourselves. Start off with 9 tablespoons of cassava flour and add roughly 3 tablespoons of boiling water. It needs to be boiling, otherwise you won't reach the right consistency and the dough won't hold itself together. Stir with a spoon and then use your hands to shape into a ball. Watch out as the water will be hot. Knead the dough on a surface until it all comes together and it's almost like Play-Doh. Then you're going to want to begin rolling the dough out into long thin snakes and start to slice them into small pieces, a little bit less than 1 centimeter. Next, take the slices and begin to roll them into little balls, and if by magic, they're all rolled. Boil some water in a pan and add the balls. They will initially sink and then puff up slightly and float on the surface. Stir every 5 minutes for about 15 minutes to stop them from sticking together or to the pan. In the meantime, prepare a sugar syrup for the balls to be kept in, so to a beaker add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and top with hot water. Give it a stir and you're done. And once the balls are ready, strain them and pour into the beaker. Next, we need to make the topping for the passion fruit pudding, and if you look at the list of ingredients, it's made up of a regular tapioca pudding topped with a raspberry and passion fruit compote. So start by scooping out 3 passion fruits. Then to a pan add 200 grams of raspberries, the passion fruit, 50 grams of sugar and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give it a stir over low to medium heat and continue to cook until the raspberries begin to break apart and all the sugar has dissolved. Set aside and leave to cool. With that done, it's time to start making the tapioca pudding, so add about 600 milliliters of milk to the tapioca pearls, along with 2 tablespoons of butter, 50 grams of sugar and some cinnamon, and bring to the boil, making sure to stir so that it doesn't burn. Meanwhile, crack 2 eggs into a bowl and whisk them, then take the mixture off the heat and mix with the eggs until well combined. Return back to the pan and on a medium heat simmer until the mixture has become thicker, at which point it is ready. In the meantime, melt some chocolate in a bowl over simmering water. The steam will help gently melt the chocolate, and this will be the topping for the chocolate tapioca pudding. And with all the toppings made and the tapioca pudding at the right consistency, it's time to start serving them. So pour the tapioca into the bowls, and it's worth mentioning that this dessert can be enjoyed both hot and cold. So for the basic bowl of tapioca pudding, top with cinnamon and sugar. Top the next one with the melted chocolate, and finally the last with the raspberry and passion fruit compote. So there you have it, a trio of tapioca puddings, a regular one, a chocolate one and a passion fruit one. One thing I want to point out is how the passion fruit one does not look like the in-game icon. I'm not too sure why they thought it was going to be purple. I mean, passion fruit alone is yellow and then with the raspberries, but never mind. Let's have a little taste test of all 3, and I'm trying to be hygienic by using 3 separate spoons, as I might give them to the fam to taste afterwards. So, I found the tapioca pudding alone tasted nice, but it was nothing special. The cinnamon helped it a little bit, but other than that, it was just a generic sweet dessert. Next, with the chocolate again, I found it was alright, but maybe a little too rich, as it's just creamy sweet stuff on top of creamy sweet stuff. And finally, the passion fruit tapioca pudding was my favourite. The fruitiness of the raspberries and the sharpness of the passion fruit really complemented the creamy sweetness of the tapioca pudding, and I would probably have it again. And so that concludes this short but sweet video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks and see you soon.